guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, just want to give a quick shout out and say thanks so much for being the first to comment on my last YouTube video. So for today's video, we are actually going to be bringing back the story times. A lot of you guys have been asking me to bring back story times. And if you don't know what that is, that's where I find a story and I do the voiceover. So I'll let you guys know here and there what I'm doing, but the main focus of this video is going to be story times and not really tutorial focused. Alrighty, so let's get started. I'm going in with my short almond soft gel full nail covers. As always, these are available for purchase in my Etsy shop. Link to everything will be down below in the description. Alright, so for today's story time, the story time headline is, "Am I the asshole for telling my 19 female daughter she will have to move out of my house if I get divorced because of her lies after her stepdad saw her naked?" Whoa. Okay, so let's get right into the story. My husband has asked me for a divorce. On Friday, he came back home and asked to talk. During our talk, he showed me his phone, and some of the things my family members were saying about him was just outright horrible. Calling him a pedo, asking him how many times he has taken a peek before. I didn't recognize any of my family anymore. I understand if he actually did something, but he hasn't, and the hatred they are showing over a stupid mistake tells me they refuse to listen, or they have hated him from the start and is now using this or that to try and get rid of him. He said he can't ever come back, and this has now started to affect his work life as well. He was called into HR to explain because some of my family members have called his office. Luckily, they haven't done anything and refused to do anything until a case is brought against him. They know my husband very well, and I think they will leave him as well because he is still working. During our talk, he explained that he does love me and still does, and he is happy. I stood up for him, but my daughter's actions have caused too many problems, accusations, and made him scared. He explained he sat at the office at his parents' home every day, just waiting for the police to show up and arrest him. He said her lies broke him, and he can't see a way to come back from it. I asked him to reconsider and that maybe we can go for counseling, and he also refused, saying everything is broken to fix. I told him that I will kick out my daughter and told him about everything I did and told my daughter to do, but he said I'm missing the point. His life could have been completely ruined because of a lie. My family will never trust him again and will always harbor hatred or suspicion about him, especially now that my daughter wants to clear things so long afterwards. They think we forced her to do it, and that will just make things worse. He said he will always remain the creep in their eyes. I asked him what if I cut off my family and we moved away because I was already working on that. I showed him my phone and the messages I have sent every single person that refused to listen and that I've blocked them. He asked what about my daughter. I told him again I will be kicking her out and she will be staying with my parents from now on. He asked what if we moved away, will I abandon my daughter then, because he doesn't want to be near her or be alone with her at all. I didn't know what to say about that. Before I could answer, he said again, it's better for us to get divorced. He said, I will never ask you to abandon your daughter. I will never expect you to do something like that, but I don't want her anywhere near me. If you abandon your daughter, I don't know if I could ever look at you the same afterwards, even if it was for my sake. The only solution here is for us to get divorced. My daughter came running down the hallway into the living room crying. I think she was listening to our conversation. Before she could get a word out, my husband jumped up from the couch and put his hands out and asked her not to get near him. He said, before you say anything, I will start to record the conversation now, and took out his phone. I think I saw something break in my daughter's eyes at that moment, and the realization of everything hit her all at once. She asked my husband to forgive her, and she never meant for things to get so out of hand. She was just making up scenarios with her cousin, and her cousin was the one that ran with it. My husband asked her why she didn't clear it up immediately then. She said she didn't think it would go this far and thought it would just blow over because everyone knows him. He showed her his phone and asked her to read some of the messages my daughter went completely silent. We talked for about 4 hours, and at the end, my husband said he will give us 3 months to move out of the house because it is his house. My daughter can keep the car because it was a gift, and that he will finish paying this year's tuition, but will not be paying anything going forward. He said he hasn't gotten a lawyer yet, but told me to get one. He would like to do this without a lawyer, but if I want to get one, I can. He said he will be fair in the divorce and doesn't harbor anything against me, but he can't stay in the relationship. My daughter was just sitting on the floor looking like a ghost, and I couldn't just say anything. Listen to him talk about divorce. Sorry, y'all, the typos are crazy. And what will split and what not, like it was nothing. He was talking like the last 5 years was nothing, and it was just easy to move on. The best way to describe it was like he was returning something to a store. Alright, I truly don't know how to fix this. Having my daughter move out won't work because I need to be out of the house as well. I don't want anything from my husband, I just want him. I haven't talked to a lawyer yet, but I don't think I can keep the house. He owned it before we moved into the house. I really want to fix this. I still want to kick my daughter out of the house, but will he give me a chance to fix it even after my husband said even after what my husband said about me abandoning my daughter and not seeing me the same afterwards? I don't know anyone. Am I really going to lose a wonderful man? Edit. I forgot how Reddit fixates on one thing. The comment about the house I made. I have not intentions of trying to take his house. Sorry again, y'all, it's the typos. I have no intentions of trying to take his house or anything like that. It's not my house. I had questions in my previous post about the house, and I think I just answered it. I'm not going to try and take his house. He owns it and has owned it before we got together. I have no right to the house and will not try and take the house. I hope this clears it up. Let me clear up a few questions I saw coming. We have locks on every door in the house. I don't know why my daughter didn't use the locks on the door. The cameras inside the house isn't pointed at any door except for the ones pointed at the front door and back door. The other cameras in the end of the hall. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this story time in the comments. My point of view or my opinion, baby, it's over. Going ahead and wrap it up. It's done. The relationship is over. Like, there's, like he said, like, it's to a point of no return. Like, his life was almost ruined by something that was completely made up for pretend by your daughter. And your daughter is 19 years old, so she's not young enough to, like, she's old enough and very aware and should understand the situation that even a joke like that will put your husband in. Like, no, I'm not messing with that lady. I'm out. If I was your husband, I'm going far away from you two because you could have put him in jail. Like, I don't think you're getting that. Like, he thought he was going to get arrested. That's life-changing information. So, yeah, it's definitely, that's my opinion. I wouldn't go back to you. I'm just sorry. Like, it sucks, but, like, you need to leave that man alone. That's the best thing you could do, is make it an easy divorce and leave that man alone. Okay, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you put them down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed the story time, please leave me a like. You can send stories over to me as well. I'll put the email down in my description box. Please make sure that they're like semi-long because my videos are typically 10 minutes. So the longer, the better. All right, love you guys so much. Again, if you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.